Christ stepped out of the tomb, the first fruits of the resurrection. The first fruits of the resurrection. Now let's think on this for a minute. We have a dichotomy we have to deal with here. Doctrine and Covenants 93:14. Thus he is called the Son of God, because he received not the fullness at first. Christ could not be the first person exalted. Why? Because Christ had to have an exalted parent, an immortal parent, in order to give him the tools to perform the atonement. So Christ had to have an exalted parent, an immortal parent, in order to do what he did, so he could not have been the first one exalted. So my question is, where did the Father come from? If Christ is the first fruits of the resurrection, and yet he was sired by a resurrected being, well, eternity. Remember we talk about time and eternity? Time only goes one way and eternity goes both ways. Time doesn't exist in eternity. If time doesn't exist, doesn't really exist, and the past and the present and the future are ever present before the Lord, then my future is in God's past, and he can be a time traveler for my future. Deep stuff. Christ can be the first fruits of the resurrection and yet be fathered by a resurrected being. The eternal Father, he who stepped down out of eternity and sired the atoning one, and I don't care when he entered eternity or where, but I will still say that Christ is the first fruits of the resurrection. Time and eternity. Revelations 10:6. That there should be time no longer. Doctrine and Covenants 84:100. Satan is bound and time is no longer. D&C 88:110. And there shall be time no longer. Eternity is not just a long string of time, it's the total and complete absence of time. It took me months to get my head wrapped around that so that I could understand the difference between time and eternity and how eternal beings can deal in our world. Here's Brigham Young. Brigham Young is talking about eternity, the ability to come and go in eternity. This is in the Journal of Discourses. As quickly as the spirit is unlocked from this house of clay, it is free to travel with lightning speed to any planet or fixed star, or to the uttermost parts of the earth, or to the depths of the sea. The spirit moves with ease like lightning. If we wish to visit Jerusalem, or this or that or other place, there you are, looking at its streets. If you want to behold Jerusalem as it was in the days of the Savior, or if you want to see the Garden of Eden as it was created, there you are, and you see it exists spiritually. And when there, we may behold the earth at the dawn of creation. Now, Neil A. Maxwell has a statement about eternity. When the veil, which now encloses us, is no more, time will also be no more. And he quotes Doctrine and Covenants 84, verse 100. Even now, time is clearly not our natural dimension. Thus it is that we are clearly never really at home in time. Time is such as any one thing whispers to us, we're a stranger here.